Oi, Real Pro presented by Corona. We're round one, heat number 10, and we have three powerful regular foots in this heat in the way of Michel Bourez, Mick Fanning, and Bede Durbidge Kuiper, along with Martin Potter for the call.
And, well, as we said up and riding during the break, Bede Durbidge off to a quick start. Now, you can guarantee all three of those guys love a barrel, and they saw exactly what Joel did on that last one. So I dare say the boys will be keeping a close eye on this right-hander. That one not going to do it for Bede. And then Mick right behind him. White Lightning is his nickname. Why? Because he's one of the fastest surfers on the planet, and 3 world titles to prove that.
You know, I really just been trying to be so enthusiastic about everything all year, and this is no word of a lie, probably one of my least, I guess, enthusiastic events. So I'm stoked I come down here and I'm enthusiastic about it. I want to be here, I want to do well. And
well, he's on to round 3. Here's a couple of replays.
Yeah, Mick Fanning, I mean, look at that. It's just such a lumpy, bumpy wave, and then now he starts to find some clean open face. And beautiful just extension of the body there from Mick, driving through that section, and just doesn't quite finish off on his feet. So bit of a slow start to that wave, but right through the midsection, really got a good turn.
He went on to win this event. He went on to win a world title. So this can really be a turning point event as we see Bede Durbidge, the big bloke from North Stradbroke Island, up and riding on the backhand, opens up with a nice snap, looking for the finish, gets under the lip for a hook, and he's going to score that. So well-ridden wave, if not a bit safe, but he needs to get some scores on the board.
You know what, it's just a confidence builder right there. You know, it's obviously a tricky wave, a lot of bump on it, just had to connect with that end section, which he did.
Here we go. Michel Bourez, the Spartan, is his nickname because of his powerful physique and powerful surfing inside closeout section, and it just gobbles him up.
You know, Michel was watching Joel's wave, that's for sure. Michel loves the barrel.
How much water is moving out here at the breaks? Look at all this ocean water mumbling and jumbling through here. A lot of power.
Yeah, a lot of power, and Michel Bourez matches it a lot of the time. I mean, there's not too many waves on the tour that Michel Bourez cannot match the power, and here is one of them. He's going to love this. This real chunky, lumpy waves, a real strong kid, as is Bede Durbidge. Nice turn there as well, and then finishes off nicely. Like this little tight snap in the pocket. You know, didn't want to go for too much. You know, had he fallen off, it would have kind of rattled him a little bit. So just finishing on your feet gives these guys a lot of confidence moving forward. So identifying what he had to do there.
As a pick, and I think that's a pretty good pick. Mick Fanning currently in second place. He needs just a 4.18 to take the lead from this guy, Bede Durbidge, our current heat leader. Throwing some spray off the top on that first turn and weaving his way through this section. A little bit of difficult water with that refraction, but hanging on and doing a good job to kind of surgically put together that wave for a finish.
And a lot of them are having a hard time riding this wave, so you can only imagine just the mere mortals. It'd be pretty impossible to surf this wave good. So Bede Durbidge up to a good start there, nice turn, and then just biding his time, which you really got to do out here. You can't really force the issue too much, because that just equals mistakes. So Bede just understanding that, identifying that. Mick Fanning splitting the peak with Bede here, opting the left-hander, finding a little bit more of a cleaner face on this one. What's he got? Nice vertical turn. So beautiful tight snap, making sure he finishes off. That's going to be a good answer back for Mick Fanning. He's only needing a 4.10, so I think he's going to probably find himself maybe in the lead after that exchange.
Here we go. This is live with Michel Bourez cutting back into the white water. A little bit of mistiming there and missed the opportunity on a closing maneuver, so he's going to have to go back out, regather himself, and try to do better than that. He wants to take a Heat 1 victory. Still on standby for last score of both Bede Durbidge, who's out in the white jersey, as well as Mick Fanning in the blue jersey. Here's another look at Michel Bourez.
Yeah, let's have a look at Michel's form as he, you know, just got that real powerful, no messing around kind of style. You know, he doesn't like too many tricks, just lays the rail over and just hooks into it. And this, as you said, just mistimed right there, gets swallowed up. So a couple of, you know, average turns on that one, not what Michel was looking for. And he's got to go back to the drawing board. So
that's right. And you said smart competitor with Mick Fanning. We'll get back to that as there's a replay of Bede Durbidge.
Yeah, this is Bede's last wave. And, you know, we talk about you know, the challenges that Bede's had, you know, obviously injuring himself at pipe, breaking his pelvis in half, you know, probably potentially a career-ending injury. Yeah, I think he's going to come in and utilize that jet ski assist. Let's have a look at Michel Bourez, needing a big score, 8.5. Fading, fading, fading. Now he starts to unload. Michel Bourez has won here in Brazil before on his backhand, so it's definitely strong on his backhand approach, but the backwash on that occasion taking care of Michel. Really choppy, really bumpy, lumpy, and getting harder to find the good ones.
Bourez, big snap to start, frothy face, looking for more opportunity, and wrenches through another turn, two-turn wave, looking for an 8.5 to do it on one wave, but he can still better his standing by just bettering his low of a 3-point ride. So chipping away at it. However, there's only 8 minutes on the countdown.
Well, I think he's bettered that 3, that's for sure. Let's have a look. It's got a little bit of white water on the face of the wave, so generally a little bit more difficult to set those fins in that rail, but Michel Bourez super powerful. Right here you can see just really just hooking into that, and again missing that last section. So a tricky end of this wave at the moment, and it's really given Michel Bourez a couple of interesting moments. Obviously,
Bede Durbidge, white jersey, up and riding, cutting back on this left-hander, looking for it to stand up on the inside. Durbo to the lip and hooks a beautiful turn. Leverage off the bottom of that bottom turn, stabs a second backhand Rio. Little frothy face, and then backwash again with an awkward fall on the final maneuver. 6.01. Let's see what happened on the right, though, with Mick Fanning.
Yeah, Mick's got a better. That's 4.83. It's definitely the weak link for him. Sort of an awkward floater right there from Mick. Regains, though. Nice turn there. That's the trademark stuff that we used to see from Mick. And again, lights that inside section up. So Mick's going to better that 4.83, which is going to push the requirement further out for this one for Bede Durbidge. But nice clean setup turn, just waiting for it to stand up. You know, no rush, and I think that's a good thing for Bede, because now it starts to hit the bank, and this is where all the points are going to come from. That turn right there, just perfect positioning for Bede Durbidge. A couple of little turns through the inside and then goes down on the end. So definitely one of Bede's better wave, as you can see from up above. The drone footage, such a great addition to our sport. Gives us the bird's eye view of all the action. Bang, that was the money shot right there from Bede. So it all depends what Mick gets on his last ride, which is going to really determine what Bede's score has to be. Beautiful bottom turn into that snap. You just see how he gets that nice rotation at the top, which keeps him right in the power source, doesn't waste any of the wave, and allows him that last turn there just to finish off. So good positioning, good timing, and operated around that lump and bump really well. I don't think he's done any worse than that, so it's going to have to be his worst result. Here he goes now.
Fanning just going to take this one in. He has the heat lead. He can do better by improving a 6.77, which he's not going to do. Door may be slightly ajar for Bede Durbidge right now. Only 20 seconds remaining.
And Mick just surfing smart, which you do. You know, it's not about how much you win by. It's about making sure you win. And Mick just did what he had to do. And you know, which means to me that he's got plenty left in the tank, and a solid round 1 with a 7.67 and a 6.77. We'll see him through into round 3.